this is Not a Spring Chicken. Today we're going to be talking about advertising on the internet. Well, for most of us, we're familiar with advertising already, aren't we? You see it in print, you see it in the newspaper. Oh, I guess that's the same thing, right? You see it on TV. But how do you do it successfully on the internet? There's been much discussion so far as you talk about, well, do you place it on the internet on videos at the beginning of the video, at the end of the video? Which one's best? Do people watch it? Are they going to watch it? What about on the page on the internet? Are banner ads the best? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. But watch up and listen, because at the end, the question is, how many ads or product placements will you have seen by the end of this episode?
Absolutely.
Here comes all the cows.
That's right. I know, because I'm sitting there, like we're basically right standing in front of you. There is one army of product placements. I'll give you a hint. I have hat by Jacques Cardin.
It's a cognac.
Cognac. And my watch is by Rohr. My T-shirt is by Stuart Film. I know you can't see, but if you could, I know. But my shoes are by Faded Glory. My pants are by Route 66. That's a whole bunch right there. And let's see.
And we thought we were talking about advertising.
Right. And
we were talking about what he was wearing, were we? No.
Okay. Look what we've got.
Oh, okay. So first of all, you did see. We're going to go top to bottom, right?
Yeah.
Fiji water, because when you're at the beach, you always need to make sure that you hydrate, right?
That's right.
This beautiful hat.
Yeah.
By a company called Callinan Resorts. And for the fun of it, what do I have on top?
Oh, there's more hats on the top, isn't there?
What company is that?
That's Zaccato, which is an entertainment-related company.
And then?
Oh, Too Cute, which is fashion.
And it's by a company called, Too Cute, right? It is by TooCute.com.
That's right. Even on the inside of the hat, they said here, give you.
And even though it has Snoopy, you might think it's for Knott's Berry Farm.
And then we have Celine, which is actually a Ford automobile.
And this is a really hot car. Maybe that's why it's set up like a visor.
That's right. We got the...
Oh, also right here.
Yep.
These earrings. I've never been really fond of hoops, but these are by Smart Glass Jewelry. These are a lot of fun. Yeah. You notice that? Yes. My watch by Mio. This has helped me keep in shape and exercise. And because there's that hands-free law in the state of California, you have to make sure you always have an earpiece, right? Especially because hands-free driving. This one by Jawbone, built to military spec. When it gets really hot, I have this. It's by Bamboo Ecowear. It's made out of bamboo. And it's always good to keep on. Oh, and the swimsuit, Point Conception.
And?
Oh, glasses? Oh, yes. Versace. Glasses. And look. Oh, hold on a minute. Right there.
I know. And then your shoes.
And then the shoes. These are Michael Kors. So there's actually a lot of room for product placement when it comes to the internet. But also, when you're advertising on the internet, some of the barometers that they use for talking about how effective advertising is.
Basically, we have a problem is that the people that are trying to figure out models for advertising are old guard. They don't understand that you can't do a cost per thousand, cost per million on the internet because...
well, for people that don't know, how has it been done before? Like for print or radio?
Okay, it is, that basically they'll pay like X amount, like a X amount of dollars per 1,000 impressions or 1,000,000 impressions. The larger amount of impressions, the more money that you're going to get.
And for TV, a lot of that's done by Nielsen ratings.
That's right.
But for broad advertising, they talk about their distribution, right?
Yeah, they want to get eyeballs, which is how many people are actually looking at what you're doing. But the problem is, on the internet, that doesn't work because, I can give you statistics. For instance, we have one statistics for page views. We have another statistic for hits. We have another statistics for unique ISPs, which are basically That's the people that are coming there for the first time. But you also, there's statistics for how many video views we have on us specifically, how many video views we have on, we know we're on AOL, we're on Yahoo, we're on MSN, we're on Crackle, we're on VO, we're on YouTube, we're on Google, we're on across the board that we can actually count, but that doesn't count like all of the minor things that pick up our material, because basically you can download it once and then it's free for everybody else after you've downloaded it that one time.
Well, and that's the challenge. It's almost like having a print magazine, which there's one subscription for, and then it's in the doctor's or dentist's office, and then all these people read that.
Yeah.
Because it only counts as one for one subscription.
That's right, because we know that basically we can verify that we have, close to 60,000 links of our videos and our website. But that basically the advertising agencies don't like that sort of thing, because they want to know like demographics. Like Chick is out of demographic range now.
Here's the challenge for the demographics is. Say, for example, radio, you hear everybody say, we're number one, we're number one. Well, they're number one in their spot for a specific demographic at that time for that type of radio broadcast or whatever. I mean, they're very
niche oriented.
Yes.
But the internet, though, unfortunately, it's broad-based.
And so part of the challenge is when you want to advertise on the internet, is since the internet is global, you're basically getting a global audience. Now the exception would be is if it's a email newsletter to a niche audience or to a local audience.
Yeah. But with us, 58% of our audience is out of this country.
So
48% of our audience is out of this country.
Yeah, so if you're a local advertiser,
it's a waste of time.
Yeah. So I mean, unless you're dealing with cable that's local, network broadcast that's local, newspapers that are local.
That's right.
Right.
And they're all folding because they can't. The advertising money is going. The internet is the greatest invention ever for self-promotion. But what happens is when you start taking the money for self-promotion and putting it on other people's sites, once again, you can't measure what its effectiveness is. You're basically, you're like you're throwing dice in a crapshoot.
Well, that's always been the challenge with advertising as far as justification, because you spend X amount on advertising, then how do you determine how much it has increased your sales? And was it really the advertising that did it, or was it some other organizational issues, or was it distribution, or?
Yeah, because we went to a thing on internet advertising, and they were proudly talking about a large clothing company had sponsored a motion picture. They put a ton of money into connection with the motion picture. A lot of money, and they, people when they're going to theaters were filling out cards, which is basically old world advertisement, to see, what do you think about, when do you think you're going to be purchasing products next? Would you purchase this and such? But their problem with that whole plan is that there was no means of following up to see if people actually ever did purchase anything.
Well, and part of it at the end of what they were measuring is, would there be a favorable improvement as to the likelihood that they might shop at the store?
But the problem is people lie when they fill things out on cards.
You mean pollsters don't always get
They
accurate
lie.
answers?
Okay.
Because the people don't tell the truth to the pollsters. And a lot of it has to do with the questions and how they're asked.
And where they're asked. Like if you...